Hi, I'm Amy, and I want to talk a little bit about desire and resistance and sort of like what the point of them are in the first place by telling you an interesting little story. As you may have heard in another video of mine, I was able to manifest being in two pay it forward Starbucks lines, which is where the person in front of you pays for your drink and then you pay for the person behind you, and it's like a chain that keeps going. That was something I wanted. I loved it. I experienced it. I go to Starbucks a lot. If you watch my videos, you will realize that. Okay, so the other day I was in the best mood and I was out running errands. It was a lovely day and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, having a good time. And so I go through the drive-thru at Starbucks and I'm chit-chatting with the barista in the window as I'm waiting for my drink to be made. And I notice there is a minivan that pulls up behind me. And the barista has to stop talking to me to take their order. Just like, hold on a second. So I hear them and I get this idea. I look in my rearview mirror, I see the people. It's like a mom and like a junior high age kid. And I immediately get this idea. Buy their drinks. Pay for their drinks. So I just had this like whoosh, desire, like inspired, do it right now. And then I hear the barista say, okay, that'll be $12.37. And I was like, $12.37? Like, what in the world did they order? Because, when I go, I buy one drink and it's like $3 or $4. Now, I have $12.37 to buy someone else's drinks. I have it. But for some reason, my mind immediately started making up all these reasons of why I'm not going to buy their drink. $12.37? Well, I wouldn't spend that for myself, so why would I spend it for someone else? Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. I just refilled my card, to buy my Starbucks drinks, and I'd have to refill it again sooner than I wanted to. And I don't know, all this like stuff goes through my mind, like bam, 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 bam. Talking me out of this wonderful feeling, heartfelt idea that I had. And I didn't get their drinks. I let my mind talk me out of this idea. And as I'm driving away, I'm thinking, what's wrong with me? Like, I have the money. I had the money. Not only do I have the money, I have the money to spare. Like, it wouldn't hurt me at all to do that. And I didn't do it. Why didn't I do it? So this is what manifesting really comes down to. A desire comes upon us, right? And we think, I would love that. That would be a great experience. And then our mind brings up all the contradictory ideas, all the resistance, and sort of floods our system with it and is like, you shouldn't do this because ... You're not going to get this because ... So I want you to think about desire, in a sense, is designed to do a couple of things, in my opinion. One of those things is to help you become more of the person that you've always wanted to be. Like, I want to be someone who buys someone's drinks. I certainly don't want to be someone who talks myself out of it for no reason whatsoever. So my desire is inspired to help me realize, like, I already know I'm abundant. I want to be more abundant. I want to share that abundance. The desire is letting me be someone. The other thing that desire does is it causes your resistant ideas, your contradictory ideas, to come up so that you can clear them. So while I kind of wish I had, paid for their drinks, and I felt a little bit weird about not doing it, I have become aware now of these thoughts and contradictions about who I really want to be that have come up in my system because of that desire and because I didn't follow through with it. So now I've been able to see them for what they are. And when you see resistant ideas, contradictory ideas for what they are, you can do something about them. Otherwise, they're just sort of lurking in the background in your mind. So I became aware that even though I have plenty of money and I am abundant, that sometimes I still have contradictory ideas to that desire where it's like, well, I need to hold on to my money. What if I need the money? Well, that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be someone who feels bad about holding on to my money because I'm afraid that I'll need it in the future. I'd really rather let go of the fear and trust the flow of money coming in and coming out, which I do normally. But again, that's what was so interesting. The desire came up so that the resistant thoughts would come up, so that two things would happen, right? The first thing is I realized, yes, I do want to be someone who shares more. abundance. The second thing is I still have some contradictory ideas in my system that I need to be aware of so I can let them go. So just be aware that sometimes desire is not only designed to give you the manifestation that you want, which it will, but it's also designed to help you become the person you want to be and to clear out all those contradictory ideas that make you feel bad. Because again, feelings indicate whether or not your beliefs and your thoughts and your concepts and perceptions are in alignment with who you really are and what you really want. So the only reason you feel bad when you feel resistance is because you are holding an idea in yourself that contradicts who you really want to be and who you really are. Just like me at the drive-thru being like, why didn't I just buy their drinks? So you want to be aware that desire is coming up to help you evolve into the person you want, and resistance is coming up to help you clear the things that are preventing you from becoming the person that you want. So I hope this helps. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a touchstone about desire. I don't talk about it much, but I think I might make more videos about it. So happy manifesting and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, so before I could edit and post the previous part of this video to show it to you guys, I ended up back in the Starbucks drive-thru the next day because, let's face it, I go to Starbucks a lot, and I'm actually kind of wondering if we could like count up the videos where I don't mention Starbucks. I'm sure that would probably be kind of a fun thing to do for nobody. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I ended up back in the same situation. I went to the drive-thru, and as I pulled up to pay, a woman and her child pulled up behind me, and I could hear them ordering from the woman in the window. So I had worked through the contradictory thoughts that had come into my mind very quickly the day before when they came up, because I basically acknowledge them. So I want you to be aware when I say I worked through them, what that means is I became aware of them, I acknowledged them, and I basically decided that these were not ideas I was going to buy into anymore. I was going to buy into different ideas, and I had a lot of beliefs already in place for this, so it's not like I had to do any real belief work. But it's basically, no, I am someone who wants to share. I am someone who can buy someone's drinks. I am someone who, that's who I want to be. And these other ideas I'm not buying into anymore. So I'm given this other next opportunity. And I tell the barista in the window, I have a free reward for buying a certain number of drinks for myself that I would like to use. And then after you complete that transaction, you can pay for the people behind me by using my app. So Starbucks has an app and you can load money into it, and that's where it tracks the free rewards and everything. She's like, okay. So she takes my phone and zip zaps it and all kind of stuff. And then she's like, you owe like $3. And I was like, what? No, I had enough money on my thing. She goes, oh yeah, you did, except that you had 2 transactions, yours and theirs. And I said, oh, well, mine was supposed to be a free reward that I'd earned. She's like, oh, I kind of missed that. So no big deal, right? She goes back to the register and she's like, let me fix all that. So by this time, the people have pulled up behind me from ordering, and I'm just assuming this will be a really fast, process. And I watched this girl for like 2 minutes, the barista, the girl ringing me up. I watched her for like 2 minutes, and she's just sort of like punching buttons on the register, and she's looking sort of perplexed. And I'm like, hey, like, you need some help in there? Is anything going on? And she's like, no, I got it. And I'm like looking around. I'm like listening to the radio. I'm like looking in the mirror being like, great, now I'm holding up the line. It's a little bit weird. So finally she comes back to the window to me, and she says, so we just switched our system over, and the button that we used to press for the free reward, like, it doesn't work anymore. There's like a new button and I can't figure it out. So what I did was I refunded your transaction, and I'm giving you your drink for free. So you'll still have the free reward for the next time you come, but this drink is free. And then I went ahead and kept the transaction where you paid for theirs. So you're all good to go. I had a free drink out of it. Now, this story is so amazing, and let me tell you why. It's very, very, very tiny in the, grand scheme of manifesting things, but it covers so many different things that it's pretty awesome. First, it covers the idea of when desire comes upon us and we want to do something, whether it's in our ability or not in our ability at that moment, and all the contradictory thoughts come up that talk us out of it, right? So that's the first thing that it does. The second thing that it does is it gave me another opportunity because it's something that I wanted, and I decided I am going to be this person. I got the same opportunity the very next day. Then when I'm having the experience, the weird how happens, right? So the how is what we're always talking about, is going to look very different than you think. So I thought she would zap my phone and I would just sail off into the sunset, drive off into the sunset, when she took the drink money for the people behind me, and I would just be happy. But that's not what happened. What happened is she faced this weird scenario where she couldn't, for some reason, figure out how to get my transaction done. So she just decides to give me a free drink. And the universe loves to combine manifestations. I've seen this before. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's really awesome. I always want a free drink at Starbucks. Let me just state that. It's like a long-standing, forever-standing order I have with the universe. So I get a free drink. But then the funniest part is I get a free drink at Starbucks, and you can think of it this way, because I already had a free drink at Starbucks. I had a free reward. So this plays into the idea of, if you act like you already have it, if you already have it and you don't need it, you can get it. I already had it and I still got it. But then I got it again because the next time I went, I was able to use my free reward because they'd figured it out. So what a great story, and how it plays out to show you all these different components in manifesting, right? You want to trust the universe knows what it's doing. If you really want something, just decide, I'm going to do better next time. Just keep working through your resistance. Keep working through your contradictory ideas. How do you do that? Just acknowledge them. Don't buy into them. I'll definitely make more videos about that. Because again, this was not a major resistance type of thing. But I just wanted to update you about my story and let you know the universe is orchestrating things. Just let it look the way it's going to look. And happy manifesting. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.